joining my channel. It's so great to be here today, and I'm feeling so, it's so good to share my journey. And thank you for watching. I know taking our time to watch this is, but I really appreciate that you're going to watch this, and I hope you watch it to the end because there's plenty of juicy information that I'm going to be sharing at the end of it. So down into my story. Okay, if you see me looking this way, or I just have a write up, so the story goes in a sequential way. So okay, to the story. Okay, story about my alopecia journey. So basically, I was I first noticed that I had issues with my hair sometime in 2015. Yeah. I used to have very full hair, like in the middle of my hair. Everywhere was full, thick. My hair those days used to break combs, those kind of thick hair. So I've always had full hair. So, but I noticed sometimes during 2015, yeah, I think I was pregnant, or did I? Yeah, about the time I was pregnant slash giving birth. Give birth. I noticed I started having thinning of the hair. You know, it was majorly in the middle. That was where I noticed the issue started, and I was like, okay, but really, I didn't pay too much attention. I just felt okay, probably because my hair's relaxed. I was like, okay, okay, maybe, I just shoved it aside, and I continued doing all my normal styles. But when it got to me was when somebody told me, Alero, your hair seems to be like, there seems to be like space in the middle. I was like, that was when it got to me that, okay, I need to do something about this hair. That was 2015, and I struggled, did different things. I didn't do much of any research because I just felt it was a relaxer. So basically, sometimes in 2016, I did the big thing. I gave it a big chop. Yeah, I cut my hair. So I cut my hair thinking, okay, let it regrow. Probably it's going to grow back better. It was a relaxer, but then I was mistaken. It wasn't the relaxer. Well, it could have been the relaxer. It could be both things. You really don't know because there's so many chemicals in these relaxers. So, and there's still current going research, on, well, there's even published research on how these relaxers also affect hormones and all of those things. So basically that's where the story began. Okay, okay. So the reality of hair loss started to dawn on me, because in the time when I cut my hair, I realized cutting the hair didn't solve it, because it kept thinning, it getting bigger. Those signs became obvious. So I was like back and forth. Basically what I did then was I just tried to avoid extensions, started doing more of natural hairstyles, twisting my hair, and just doing those kind of things that I felt.
Mommy, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to some people on the screen. So in 2022, all of this time, the hair continued thinning. Like, I just didn't know what to do again with my hair. It continued thinning. Thank you. It continued thinning, and I was just lost in between. But what made me go seek medical attention was, I think sometimes in 2022, middle of 2022, yeah, I just realized I started having pain in my scalp, like needle, not even just the pain, like pus like things started appearing, pain to the touch, touch. I couldn't just feel myself again. So I said, you know what? I went on Instagram, I started looking for solution, and I found a tricheologist. I think that's what they call them, tricheologist. And I sought attention from the tricheologist. I went to meet her, and she said it was alopecia. Apparently there are different types of alopecia. I'm going to talk about that in the next series. So she said it was alopecia areata, and okay, so she said, okay, go do some blood work first. So she went, I did all the blood work she said to do, because most times this alopecia, there are different causes apparently. So some could be stress related, some could be genes, some could be your hormones, hormonal imbalance, and all of that. But really, is there a cause? I still don't know.
So I did all the tests the trichologist said I should do, and everything came out. It was fine. So basically, we just started some hair treatments, and she gave me some medications to use, and I started using them. But then, boom, I got pregnant, so I had to stop, and I also relocated. So that whole period just ceased. Yeah.
Okay, um, so while I was pregnant, I said I got pregnant, and in the pregnancy, something magical happened. Guess what? Those mommy hormones, oh my, those mommy hormones did some magic on my hair. You know, all of the place I said I started having problem, it started, all this hair all over here started coming out. My hair was blossoming. I was like, what am I going to do? I need to hold it. So what did I do? I locked my hair. I turned it. I did the sister lock, or is it micro locks? I don't know. I know I locked it. I twisted it, and I later on started interlocking it. So I must have twisted it when it was this length. I think this is about the length it was, and it has like grown magically. I'm going to show you the length of the hair once we're done. So I twisted it, and really, I think that has helped me retain length. Really has retained so much length for me. Okay, so this is 20th of March 2023, and I just loosened my hair. It was a 2 strand twist I did, and I just took it off. So I plan on doing dreadlocks. Yes, dreadlocks. I'm suffering from well, let's say I used to, but I suffer from alopecia. But this pregnancy has, I don't know, my hair has improved lately. You can see there's growths all around here. I also don't have hair so much in the middle. So I have alopecia mainly in the middle section of my head. Let's retain this growth that has magically occurred in this pregnancy period, at least before everything starts shedding again once I go to bed. So that's it. So this is me interlocking my hair. If I say I want to reflect on my journey with alopecia, it's been over how many years now? I started having this in my mid 20s, and I think one thing I didn't do enough was to ask questions, to seek medical advice. I didn't ask questions. I wasn't like, why am I experiencing this at this time? I wasn't looking out for answers. I wasn't checking, was it hormonal, was it genetics, and I didn't also seek for medical attention. I wasn't, did I even know what alopecia was? Talk less of knowing that I was going to treat it. Is when you know the name of something, you know that, okay, I want to treat this thing. So, but then realization came, and thank God for social media now. Thank God for the internet. It's at your fingertips, and you can do so a lot with it. So, yeah. So that's reflecting on my journey. And do you know what? From research, it says that um, about 2% of the world's population will have or have alopecia, meaning what? Around 160 million people already have alopecia. And it's not based on gender, male, female, it hits everybody, and really there's no set time. Young children have it, older people have it, most people even have it in their midlife, from their 20s. You see people start losing their hair. So, and it affects both people, both male and female. Not be saying na woman or na man or na everybody they affect. What were the signs and symptoms I experienced? I think this is very key, the signs and symptoms, so that anyone watching this video will be able to say, okay, I think I need to go to the hospital. I need to go check this thing out. I need to know what is happening. So what were the signs and symptoms I experienced? I think it first started with, obviously, the hair thinning, you know. That was what gave it away. The hair thinning gave it all away. You know, the hair starting to look light, you know, me that had thick fluffy hair, I couldn't do some certain styles because some certain styles will open this part up. It got to a point I couldn't even do center part, which I liked a lot, because if I do the center part, na Broadway go dey there. So that was like the first obvious thing that started, that I noticed. Afterwards, I noticed I started having pain, you know. Pain, you know, I don't even know how to describe the pain. Like pain sometimes. Like your scalp will be so tender, so sensitive to any tiny touch. Then the third thing I noticed was pores. I started having, like, you know, different areas, blood, like pimple, like pimple on the head, but you know, very painful pimple, you know, painful one. And like, so it was at that stage I started having the pimple like pores on my head. That's when I said, you know what, I need to go to the doctor. Thank you so much for watching till this time. It's been wonderful. I've just been smiling to myself here, talking to myself, and I'm like, I finally did this. Okay, so in my next video, I'm going to be telling you how I manage my hair during pregnancy. I'm also going to be telling you what I've learned about alopecia, and I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm going to do next with my hair. So that's the journey. Thank you so much for watching. I'm expecting to be seeing you next week. Next week. Once I drop my next video, I hope all of you will still be here rooting for me. So should I open my hair? Let's see. So that's the hair. That's the hair. I'm going to be showing you the alopecia part very soon. That's it. It's quite full. You see? It's quite full, but you don't want to see where the alopecia is. Ah! So this is February, and see, this is hanging on a thread, on a single thread. There's so much baldness here. Every other part of my hair is rather full. Side is full. Issue is just here. That's where the issue is.